Ensemble, founded in 1979 by a group of young black writers who came together under the concept, you listen to me, I will listen to you. The group consists of young, talented Milwaukeeans who are dedicated to presenting their message via poetry, both written and vocally, music and song. Akua has presented their shows in numerous settings around the Milwaukee area and in Mississippi Valley State University. Akua is an African term meaning sweet messenger. Today, Akua presents their production of Concrete Jungle, a contemporary dramatization of urban living.
Wow, people moving out, people moving in. Why? Because of the color of his skin. Run, 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 but you sure can't hide. Well, people moving out, people moving in. Why? Because of the color of his skin. Run, 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 but you sure can't hide. The world is a ball of confusion. Oh yeah. The world is a ball of confusion. Run, 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 but you sure can't hide.
Lately, I've become accustomed to the way the ground just seems to open up and envelop me each time I go out to walk the dog, or the broad-edged silly music the wind makes when I dash for a bus. Things have come to that, and now each night I count the stars. And each night I get the same number. And when the stars don't come out to be counted, I count the holes they leave. Nobody sings anymore. And then last night I tiptoed up to my daughter's room. I heard her talking to someone. When I opened the door, no one was there. Just she, on her bending knees, peeking into her own clasped hands.
Predators, moving in by day, sneaking out by night. Young and old become the prey. In the jungle, this is the way. Predators, moving in by day, sneaking out by night. Young and old become the prey. In the jungle, this is the way. It's a jungle out there. Jungle out there. Where you can't sleep or breathe. It's a jungle out there. It's a jungle. Jungle out there. Where you can't survive.
Doing their daily chore, gathering food, protecting their own, unified, being home. Compare this to black people who don't unify, protect, respect. Shackled, gagged, mentally,
mercilessly severe, bearing down on layers after layers of concrete. The concrete, claiming and containing the heat like well-tempered steel. Concrete and heat gripping the city while its inhabitants pretend to sleep. Soon the blazing sun will beat on this fierce land.
The concrete. Let me tell you about the concrete. The concrete, claiming and containing the heat like well-tempered steel. The concrete, gripping the city while its inhabitants pretend to sleep.
As the day unfolds itself, the concrete sidewalk becomes a stage upon which black, brown, and poor people crowd, thrusting, shouting their impotent fury. A fury born from years of yearning, a fury up from the bowels of desire, demanding vengeance. Vengeance upon the bleak, the hostile, and the fathomless depths of their private hell. Dismal is the play of many acts, each character limited by his perimeter and his habitat. Don't you know it's a jungle out there? It's a jungle out there.
Outside the large old church, the lines grow long. On both sides of the building, men, women, and children, many having stood since early dawn. There are the poor, the hungry, and the unemployed. People waiting patiently to receive one bag of food given away free to help feed their families. Black folks, white folks, people of all colors, few with smiling faces, but many thank yous. As the doors of the church open wide and the people begin to file through, a blessing comes over me, standing from within, and I thank God for what I have.
Everybody say amen.
Amen.
Say amen again.
Amen.
That's been good to us. Let us turn the Bible to Revelation 3:13.
All right.
Let he who has an ear hear. The Bible says
Well,
that they should inherit the earth.
yes.
I don't believe y'all heard me.
All right.
Let me say it. The Bible said
Yeah.
that they should inherit the earth.
Well,
Do I have a witness?
well, yeah.
But today, they settled for a hot meal. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Take their hands and lead them to the promised land.
Take my hand. Precious love in me. Oh, need, in by day, and sneaking out by night. Young and old becoming the prey. In the jungle, this is the way. It's a jungle out there. Don't you know? It's a jungle out there, yeah. It's a jungle out there. Oh, yes, it is. I just want to tell you it's a jungle out there.
Act by act, the drama continues. One is overwhelmed by the acid smells of sweaty bodies and timeline eyes of days blankness. Teas and blues, wine, drugs, chief poison used to quench the fire in the constricted throat. Bitterness simmering, and then finally boiling over from scarred souls. Shivered retardation, not one of physical repulsiveness, but a deformity of spirit and soul.
You're known as the ex-excelsior of time, living only to retain a shallow seat on the plane, struggling, fighting for the ultimate high. Snake's venom is flowing swiftly with pride, knowing that the poison won't be denied.
You wanna ride?
Don't ride.
Don't ride the white horse.
It's cool to be smooth and easy off, boy, while children OD like flies being sprayed with pesticide. Mama's wallet's been emptied, hungry bellies will swell.
If you wanna ride,
Don't ride.
don't ride the white horse.
Executor of pain, strutting round, not a thought or care. If you wanna
Ride, don't ride the white horse.
Living in a world no earth-walking being could ever perceive. Rusty needles, back alley streets, dodging life or death have become a part of your daily game.
Ride on, yeah, don't ride the white horse.
You appear to be helpless, yet your soul isn't lost. Realities are forgotten when you ride on that plane. Superman thought he could fly. He jumped off a building and died. Say something. Yeah. Would you tell me some of them old lies of yours to make me stop thinking about this?
Well, if you wanna ride, ride the white horse, ride the white horse. Now listen, y'all sing.
Heron,
We'll do your body wrong.
will do your body wrong.
Yes, it will.
Oh! A tiny, battered woman child. She's lying in the gutter like a broken doll. The victim, bearing a searing pain, with strong brown arms and warm brown hands. One imagines a taste of triumph for the long shackled souls of the oppressed before the reckoning of time, before they are devoured by all the pain and suffering.
Well, if you wanna ride, don't ride the white horse. descends behind the western horizon, leaving a red mist of fickle beauty, smiling at the jungle, the various characters, laughing at the lazy stillness of the gathering evening, knowing that tomorrow the scene will be replayed again and again. We're having a party, 'cause everybody's swinging, dancing to the music on the radio.
Just before night abounds, time stands still, but only for a moment, as the carriages make ready to sway to the beat of the night drum. The asphalt jungle is alive. We just move beneath the halo of big city lights. It's blue, raw and dreary, pouring out versus song. Further on up the road, you're gonna reap just what you sow.
Further on up the road, you're gonna reap just what you sow.
Blues, crude and bleak, stone clouds over my head, black dirt down under my feet.
Storm clouds over my head and black dirt under my feet. Storm clouds over my head.
Over my head.
Black dirt under my feet.
Blues, mourn for songs of distressed spirits. Brother in Korea, baby, sister way down in New Orleans.
Well, I got a brother in Korea, baby, and a sister way down below.
And people, night beats, laid in and laid out. Some just plain laid, sipping Jack Daniels at the bar. False glitter gives a sense of a dream. Streetwalkers, whores, moving car to car.
While behind the tar-papered walls of rodent-infested dwellings, mothers, black, brown, red, and poor, vow to say their nightly prayer. To one God they submit, each making the same request. Embrace that child out there in the streets of walking death.
Everyone knows him as old folks. Everyone knows him as old folks.
everyone knows him as old folks. Everyone knows him as old folks. Like the season he comes and goes, a wrinkled coat and a crumbled up hat, spending his time looking for
I sit, watching the faces of strangers in the streets, reflectors of discarded hopes and desires, ageless mirrors of broken dreams and defeats, faces of universal mourning, finding refuge in silent despair, generations of faces, etched with lines, chiseled and carved by life and time. The young and the old, frozen in patterns of immutable designs.